The ancient city of Ayutthaya is famous for its World Heritage temples. Last year, the city was inundated by Thailand's worst floods in half a century. As the rains approach again, citizens are on high alert. Situated on the bank of Chao Phraya River, this historical Ayutthaya temple is at risk of severe flooding. The authorities have already decided to add the height of this flood wall by 50 centimeters in a bid to help the temple better cope with future inundation. Almost a year ago, the temple was submerged under 2 meters of water. So workers are rushing to reinforce embankments just in case.
I feel volume of water is smaller than last year, but I'm still on alert before big water mass arrives next month. We can never be sure.
Where last year's floodwaters arrived, a protective dike is still under construction. Even so, the authorities insist they can protect this historical site.
I believe about 80% of the work has been completed. Construction of an earth wall to prevent future floods is also underway. We believe we'll be better able to cope with any new floods.
Some parts of Thailand are already underwater again. The government has repeatedly tried to reassure people that its water management plans are solid. But a recent opinion poll found that only about 5% of respondents have confidence in the government's flood prevention efforts. Ayutthaya is home to major industrial estates that were severely affected last year. At the Saharatnanakorn estate, companies are doing what they can to prepare. Officials expect the mass of water from upstream will arrive in the province soon. But new flood walls around the industrial estate haven't been completely finished. They are only 30% of their intended height. Companies are anxious, but the authorities are optimistic.
We're constructing a temporary wall to protect our property because we couldn't begin work on a permanent structure in time. But we're confident we'll be able to cope with any floods.
The rainy season isn't expected to end for another month or longer. With the government's flood prevention measures still under construction, Thai people and businesses are faced with a period of deep uncertainty. นพรัตน์ ชัยเฉลิมมงคล NHK World อยุธยา